All right, we doing it. First recording, big ups. Let's see if this even cons. Oh, that's nice. It's probably not even a con. Oh, look at that. Okay, we got Balraj, aka Majin Buu, against Asi. He's back, aka AI. Didn't Unilaws have a nickname, Easy AI, or some shit like that? That was a good name. No, smell something in the water. So I think this is Asi's like first day back. Keep that in mind when we watch this. Also, I don't even know if my mic's. Let's pray. I worry if I'm causing lag. Looks like it might be okay. There's a little bit of stutter here. Yeah, it's catching up every now and then. Don't actually know if that update dropped for the harvesters and kind of silos, Starport shit. If it did, this would be an interesting game. I feel like I would be able to tell with the money counter there, the credits. Oh, I thought I could change the volume. I lied. Oh, okay. Okay, good retreat, good retreat. I think I'm causing it to lag too much, bro. This is kind of choppy. There's like dead equal of credits. That's nuts. This guy's shooting that. The mystery red health trike. It was shooting at this trike a little bit, but ooh, Aussie's out of money. Something as hard as going to fucking Narnia to harvest. Jesus, the fuck. Builder looks similar. I mean, it looks dead on actually. MCVL, little ahead of Aussie. Okay, I think Ball is like 5-6 seconds ahead of Aussie. That must have just been the stall for money there that caused the delay. I think he was low power there. I think the 3 heavy with only 4 wind trap causes you to go low power. Another delay. Oh, fuck, I wasn't even watching. I do wonder if my game volume's too loud. Are we gonna jump? I would have definitely fucking sacked the shit for that shit. It wouldn't have been as a sack, actually. We probably would have came out on top. Production's right here. Ooh, he's going straight siege. I wonder if he's going to be going straight devs. And I know you guys get mad as fuck when I say XI, so XI. My OCD's fucking flipping out right now. Three, four, five, six. There we go. That's my boy. We repair these. So, yeah. Okay, pretty standard, pretty standard. No super early pressure. Big starport delivery. Okay, looks like we may have a fight on our hands. Let's see who's ahead. Heavy vehicles, Majin Buu's ahead. That fixed starport delivery, although they both did get one. Let's see how his is. Pretty thick. Just as thick. Okay, okay. Starting to engage with the lights and then moving them aside. Ooh, the flank. However, actually, no, that did work well. This group was a little late to the party, but looks like it might still be able to. I think Majin Buu won that exchange. He does have reinforcements here sooner than Majin Buu. I'm talking about aisi. He does have reinforcements here, so he may have won in that regard. Yeah, he's up 7 kills, but what does that mean, right? Okay, now the game usually goes in certain directions. One of rotations, one of an early push on the expansion, and one of just maintaining map control in the middle. Let's see how this goes. You know, I did notice the more open the map, the more Atreides is incentivized to spread out. When the maps were like closed in, like the original Erg and shit, there's a lot of terrain. Atreides would just fucking drop a block of their heavy units and infantry and just set and forget. What a good time. But now there's like so much more positioning and skill involved. You have to actually move your units. Okay, let's talk about this engage. The devs are going into a really bad spot here. There's a lot more guns on the devs than the devs are shooting. So the value is going in favor of Atreides here with the range. And you can't just move in anymore. You'll get destroyed. So that exchange probably should have stopped right here. You got the push on the early units, you picked them off, and then everything after that was to your own detriment. Atreides has that speed that they can move back with, so if you're just devs, no lights, then you can't really chase down missile tanks and stuff. Alright, we have a little group going to the top. Let's see how the response is. Base is empty. Light units are mixed in. Oh, they're actually in the bottom. That's really good for AI. The response is going to be not in a very timely manner for sure. Oh. Okay, he changed the main unit building to the top. Cool. Now we're chasing the devs because there's no lights to defend them, to wear off the missile tanks. Look at that. And the position play is now for aisi to pick off harvesters. Ooh. Speaking of, this is a harvester pull. Let's see if the money drops significantly. Actually, they're both pretty close in money, but they don't have too many refs, I don't think. I don't know how the numbers work. I don't know if this is a proportional amount of money to the number of refs they both have. It could be. I don't like this positioning here, though. You're caught between devs and his base, so the reinforcements are going to be there as well. There's a decent chance for you to lose your entire group here. If you're lucky, you'll get a good exchange for it, but oh, look at that, reinforcements. And the counter aggression. The surround. Stop moving, just shoot. When devs are moving, you're not shooting, you're getting 0 value. And they were in range, you could have got value this whole time. For the units, they were going to die anyways. Okay, let's see how Balraj responds to this now. He's trying to have a presence on the map, which is very important. Good for him. Because devoting all your units to defense is desperate. But a good offense is a great defense is a good offense. I don't know how that song, that shit goes actually. I'm sure that's something to do with it, but it's the distraction that comes from that pressure. Sometimes allows some breathing room, an opportunity to push with harves. Sometimes if they're not paying attention to the front and they have to respond to your group of quads in the back, you can gain a positional advantage by their them not paying full attention to their units. That was wild. But likewise, if you're microing across the map and you're against some missile tanks, you can easily get picked off, as you just saw. Okay. Good pressure, and this does allow Balraj to build up some kind of ball of devs. Very important. Yeah. See, even keeping the units here, it starts to make you think, how is the units being here helping me? It's not. There's no harvesters there to pick off. The spice field that you're in, you're not denying him the spice. His harvesters aren't even harvesting there. You know what I mean? So I wonder, in that position, should he have rotated to the top right of his base? Oh boy. So the devs have spread out significantly. Not many siege at all. He did have the reinforcements of the quads, thankfully. However, the risk there is that if aisi did pull his group that was on defense to push with him there, he would have lost most of his devs, if not all the devs, and that was his entire defense. That was quite risky. This guy's jokes. Oh, don't. Okay, let's see if he does this again. Because he traded so well here the last time. Like you're going into a big concave with 0 speed. 5 troopers to hold the back line. Huge. Okay, heavy vehicles. It's in favor of I, as an AI. Light vehicles in favor of AI. Buildings owned in favor of AI. And infantry as well. AI have auto clicker. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the move here? Where are we going? Dividing and conquering. Very well done. So that move is interesting since you have speed to your advantage and there's virtually no defense on the south side here. Moving up here kind of cuts off the devs. They can't just walk right in. They have to like navigate that appropriately slowly. And that allows you to capitalize with your speed, go south. Devs won't be able to catch up and pick off all the harbs. However, if he went straight down for the harbs and went left, he could have pulled the harbs, still had the devs here, and then would have had a harv push with the devs. So that's something to keep in mind. Dividing and then conquering. That's one of the big strengths with the tradies. You can just get all up in the opponent's grill, and then for the opponent to navigate their grill appropriately, they have to like carefully advance, position their units. And since you're faster than them too, they really got to play chess, and that does require a lot of focus and checkers and stuff. How are we for money? Okay, Majin Buu starting to bleed out a little. He didn't have many harves here at the bottom a few minutes ago. Looks like he's saturated again, almost. Top is still cooking. He is defending it. But Asi's going to push that. Ooh, where are we going with this? Where were you going? There's definitely a benefit to not have all your devs in one place. It's easy to stay clear of the devs. However, if you have 2 groups, you can zone out more effectively. No wonder if we're going to see 2 groups this game. A lot of the devs are moving. Generally, strength goes down. Alright, what are we doing? That's the majority of his economy there. Are we bringing the devs out? Second group, maybe? Great to have that combat tank as the first point of contact in the range of that sonic tank. Allowed the entire flank to go unharmed. There we go. Okay, we're taking that a little more seriously. Pulling devs for it. Ooh, the fallacy of a slow unit. I'm surprised we're not pulling these back into base. Alright folks, notice the detriment of devs only. I mean, see, Asi would not be able to pick off with his units if he had some light units in there, or some faster ones per se. Honestly, picked off the siege there first, if you guys noticed. So maybe we can get some more value out of those troopers. I'm noticing that we're guarding. We're not just staying. Okay, look at that. Interesting. He got a ball. However, his economy did take a hit. Pretty fat hit. He doesn't have many harvesters. Maybe 15, if that. So now that the devs are at the very bottom, time to rotate. I lie. Oh, look at that. Splitting up. Fuck yeah. That's what I like to see. Huge. Big split. But not much value to be had there. I think he got one hard up there, but didn't really see it. There's hards here, that's worth it. I wonder how he's gonna finish his back. Oof. Don't know what he's michaeling. It must be these guys. Oh, that's not as important, I don't think. That base isn't going anywhere. The production's already camped out. I feel like we lost some units here unnecessarily. Man, Majin Buu, he came back. He may have been down, but he's not out. He's got the devs to show. Oh, hold up. What's this? I don't know about this move. He does have 0 siege, so maybe the devs will have a deterrent here because there's some troopers, but not really. There's more devs than units. Like, you don't want to fight that. We can't stay in range of this. But worry not, MCVs are here. Oh my god, yeah. I feel like this would be a great opportunity to flourish with that speed. Yeah, pick some shit off, rotate north. Because we know his like light units and his faster shit's down south. He's not gonna make it up there in time. Like, this is what I mean by dividing and conquering. If you were to go up and hold this area, getting back there is a bitch. You have to go through a base or a choke point. So you have this whole area to shit on, although there's not much up there. Since the start of the game, these guys. Okay, let's move up. There we go. That's what I like to see. How are we now? Pretty even still. Yeah, this is the detriment of the uh, distractions. Closing the distance with devs because your Atreides opponent is distracted is literally the key to winning. If a Atreides player is paying attention, then it's very hard to get to a position where you have a good exchange. But with a presence on the map like Balrog is doing, it's much easier. The distraction, you look away for 2 seconds, 2 seconds of depth moving, you can really get in range of things. So it does work out. How are we for production though? Almost even on heavy. Light units, AI still has the lead, and infantry owned is also pretty even. Look at that. Okay, okay. We got some troopers just out of range. That's okay. Go up north, bro. Fuck this guy. Leave all this shit here. You can even lose the middle. That's fine. There's not much there anyways. There we go. You can sense the rotation, the value to be had. Okay, we see these on the map. We see these. That's what I'm talking about. Easy value. Even this, bro. We see these. Look at this. Troopers can get some value here, bro. This whole time, hives are dying. Look at that. Love to see it. Damn, son. This guy said, yo, hold my beer. Alright, there's not much more to be had here. Oh, don't go that way. GTFO. Good rotation. Pretty classic. Yeah, light units and troopers don't have much against regular infantry and harps. Change my mind. You just leave one of these guys here. Okay, we see that on the map. We see that. I know you see that because you're taking advantage of the positioning. But we're gonna retreat, right? This is a terrible exchange. You don't want to be here. This this is not where you want to be. Let alone sending your harps in. That was probably that was a bad idea. Gonna be honest, there's some good ideas, but that was a bad one. Oh shit. That moment when you know huge. Mad value. Mad value. Yeah, now this is gonna be a challenging game for AI. Ooh, camping. Let's go. That might have lost him the game. I mean, to be honest, if he does lose, that would be the reason. But let's see. He still has map control. He doesn't have the units, but he has map control. So let's see how that goes. What can a good player do with map control when he's pretty? Oh no. Easy picks, easy picks. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, great. Now, what does Ball need to do to win here? To be honest, this may be an unpopular opinion, but he has a pretty unstoppable force here. However, I don't think he needs to use it all in the same place. You could split this shit up. Against the Hark, I would advise against that. However, he's against the Atreides, and I think you could definitely split the shit up. Going into a base like this can work. Let's see how this goes. Having the shelter of buildings is very, very good, though. So it's not often you want to exchange inside the opponent's base because the opponent will take a fight there every day of the week. Why is that? It's in their favor. They have more autonomy with they could just drop a ref here, sell it, they get an extra hard, and they also have the shelter of the buildings. The pathing for your units is kind of fucked. It's just not a good time. Now, Ball has the advantage. Let's see what he does with it. Because it's not easy to press the advantage when the opponent has map control. You really have to calculate things. You need a group of units that's fast moving as well. So I really want to see what he does with these quads up there. Okay, see, this is a great example. If the quads weren't there, he could have picked off a couple of devs, no problem, on the retreat. Okay, notice the retreat. Not too far, so you're still in range. Not too close where they can still shoot you. Textbook. However, there's a lot of them. What's the angle? Are we just going to abandon this? No, no, no. I think the next step is going to be a defensive spot right here, letting the devs make the mistake of going in, and then pushing the dev shit in with harvesters. But a little better timed than last time. Would be sick. This is what I like to see though. And Atreides that has a presence on the map with even small groups of units. It's not too common. And this is how you buy time. Like this would work on me, bro. If I was the Atreides player, I would have noticed too. I mean, if I was the Hark player, I mean, like, do I use these devs to like kind of play defense against these sporadic groups of units that are too fast? And if that's the case, I'll never catch them. It just buys the Atreides time. Majin has half of AI's money. Heavy vehicles are still in favor of AI. And let the hunt begin. Where are the fast units at? This is definitely Balraj's detriment. His Achilles heel is fast units. What to do against that? Who knows? I feel like an Ordos player would just wreck him. Not saying I would be able to do it, but just saying it may be a possibility. Oh, that was tough. Okay, great. He's moving The whole fucking, what do you call a group of fucking buffalo? Like it, this just looks like a group of buffalo, bro, on their great march across the African plains in the search of water. Is there water here, bro? Great positioning in the spice field again. Hero MCV. And great retaliation, like just letting him have to move in and commit himself more while the Buffalo are on the way. Great move. Just buy yourself some time. What is he gonna do? Corner himself and then get completely shit on by devs? No one's gonna do that. I wonder what the rotation will be though. Like considering if he also has slow units here too, so moving in maybe to like right here would be more of a trap than a benefit for like getting the hards that come here. Okay, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. This is a very high risk area for the both. I feel like the devs can just shit on this group here. Like absolute just dumpster of shit. Okay, let's see it. Oh, this is a good position for Atreides, must say. I'm expecting those Harvs to make a move. Harvs on the north would be pretty sick. Okay, devs are dumpstering. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the word is heard. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. Okay, Harvs are in. More spiring, I hope. Good retreat, good retreat. Devs are still doing, they're walking around in the middle, getting shot at. I would respect this a little more than what Leslie's doing. Because if these 5-6 devs just stopped and shot, they would have exchanged still in their favor there. Like that's still a dangerous fight. But I don't know why Ball ran there as if he's going to get away from quads and missile tanks with 5-6 devs. He should have just stood his ground and fought till he died. At least got some value out. It doesn't make sense to run and not shoot if you're going to die anyways. Die fighting. This is the time for rotation, bro. Let's rotate. Good match to commentate. First commentary in a fat minute. And there's stuff to talk about. Good. He saw the map. He's like, yo, let me not get caught out too hard. Oh, I thought he had more units here. Yeah, there's nothing to do here, bro. I would just get the fuck out. Okay, let's see. There's also another school of thought. Like, Balraj can take these units, push the middle, since this is the production. This is a group of units that you could push and probably you could win that fight. Although it would take a little micro from both sides. But the units here are more than enough to protect your spice field. Like I wouldn't have to. Like I wouldn't think of bringing all this up. I wonder if he thought of that because like he did make this his production building like not too long ago. He just started to build that, and he must have seen that he had like light units, some starport deliveries, whatever. But he moved this herd of devs up, lost two or three from this group, the stragglers, and now all of his units are up here or in the main base in the corner. You could have protected your spice field, bruh. Okay, same spot again. Let's see. Do we retreat around the barrier? Yes, we do. Look at that. The herd is on the march. There's three quads and two oh and two trikes. Yeah, let's bring the whole herd. Let's bring it all, boys. Bro, this guy really just has like two control groups. Oh, let's turn around. No, no, no. Let's go to the next place, wherever that is. Oh, are we gonna crush his infantry? What are we doing? What? Okay. See, I don't understand what the game plan is with that. Like generally speaking, you don't want your slowest units to be building in the back corner. Generally speaking, he did get pushed here a little earlier, but like that was earlier. What about now? And no fast units. This is just dabs in a blender. Bad, bad, not good. Like there's not a lot of value to be had in a position like this. Keeping your units alive and getting map control gives you so much more value than fighting inside the opponent's base and exchanging. Like the amount of micro required on the Hark side to the Atreides side, like is probably twofold on Hark side, and they're exchanging almost equally because Atreides can just run away. And there's a lot of like miscellaneous shit that you're gonna miss. So like that, it's just not a good move. It gets the job done, but if you take a hammer to every fucking screw you find, you know. Yeah, pick those harbs off. Some value is better than no value, especially when the harbs are throwing as slow as the devs. Let's go. Big red health harv. Uh-oh. What are we doing here? Does he notice? Yes, he does. A little late. Like, I wouldn't have hated, instead of going in this base here, just rotating around the south side. Like, at least gives you an escape. and then your reinforcements can just come up top, and that way you have a multi-pronged attack in a timely manner. Like you can just, since you're doing the same thing, going left and right up here, do that down here, and this way you can even rotate down to the spice field. But the majority of this game is played in like this area, although it is a big map for two people. Using the map more, very bear more fruit. Let's see how Lassie defends this with like 20 trikes, a couple of hearts, a couple of NTDs. Perfect. This is a great example of why we need siege and fast units. Now, this group is probably going to realize that, oh fuck, we're trapped, so it's either going to fight to the death or run away. Historically speaking, he has ran a lot, so let's see what happens. Man, he moves his devs way too much, I think. I mean, but if these devs have been shooting a little more than half the time, he would get a lot more value. Okay, let's try the hammer against the screw again. It's got to work eventually. Big airstrike. Like against an Atreides this spread, you're just not going to exchange effectively. And look at that, like it's a slaughter. But what an efficient trade on the Atreides part. He just walked into a blender and then got blended. And he's like, oh shit, let's run away. It's time to run. There's no way I could have predicted that. Oh. Alright, military advantage now goes back to AI. Mad siege. Heavy vehicles owned still in favor of AI. Starport deliveries neck and neck. You don't often see that. Alright, good presence on the map though. He's trying to buy himself time again, of course. Who wouldn't want to do that? Okay, look at that. He bought his dog himself. That's crazy. Am I on Discord talking out loud and he's listening? Is that what's happening? That'd be nuts. Yeah. See, the issue with this is that he doesn't even have to acknowledge this as a push. Like, you're not going to get anywhere with this if he's already in your spice field. Like, you're just going to lose the exchange of time. You know, the units just aren't at home where they need to be at that time. So, where are we building depths? Down south? Cool. Yeah, so he was like, okay, fuck the devs, they're in the middle. Let's go deal with some quads, and then he's probably gonna regroup with this shit. Kill off most of the harvs. While we big chill in the middle. These guys can't be going south as well. What? He's bringing these south too? Yo, base race? He doesn't give a fuck, bro. Base race? Oh wait, but why are we going that way? Start fighting. It's a race, bro. Don't just wait. Let's go. That's what I like to see. Big exchange incoming. Let's go. Base race. No, don't tell me he's going in. Actually, a base like this, I actually would go into. It's just all power, bro. What the fuck? Easy value. Let's go. Getting value from existing is pretty sick. Now, I would start to think if I was Balraj, and I know that this was looking like a base race, I would send an MCV to the bottom left side of the map just so I could get started on building more infrastructure. Because he's probably going to lose much of it. Like, so, wait, where are we going? Okay, good. But it's so easy to like absorb the losses of one base when you have three of them. If it's a power base, you just repair your other wind traps. If it's a production base, just build more production. You don't really lose much from one base going down. Oh, let's see. Both sides committing harvesters to the defense. The cause does call for it. Mad value from existing. Does he have more units on the way? He does. Okay. I don't think it can very easily not be enough units, so this is a little tricky. You might have to focus that siege and hope for the best with some troopers, but not a good start right there. That's the trouble with when you're distracted. Microwave multiple groups. Here we go. This is a hard push I can get behind. That's what I'm talking about. For the units that he has here, the hard to use effectively. Okay, I think it's official. He's fucked off from the middle. He doesn't care about it anymore. Wonderful. But he must see all of AI's friends on the way. Ooh, you can get some value right there, bro. You're pretty close. You got a good spread. You got three harves in the front. Stopping to shoot at this would have been sick, but no. Let's take care of the base. Is he only has one of those? I'm trolling, bro. No, but for real, like this is a bad idea. No one do this, please. The value in this game is from the units, because the units will get you. The base won't get you. So you gotta kill the units. Fuck the bases. And yeah, the whole group pretty much went down. I can argue for free. He may have gotten maybe 5 harps, but he also brought a couple of harps. So, what do you do with that? Alright, starport delivery is pretty on par. Yo, the heavy vehicle zone is pretty close, within 10. Let's go. Infantry owned. AI has almost 300 more. More than that, actually. And light units still in AI's favor. Okay, this game's getting a little more scrappy. I like it. Slippery motherfucker. Look at that guy. The beauty of having the harps to push in is that your backline largely stays alive. Look at all the missile tanks, bro. The quads are dying because they're going in with the harps, but the missile tanks are building in number. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I would jump on this. You want to initiate the fight as the Atreides here, ASAP. Like, you want to jump on that. Because the further he gets for free is the further he gets without being punished. You can punish the shit out of this with the units that you have here. But that's okay. We can also just pump the brakes and drive slow, mommy. Oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what's the plan? We got 5 dubs. Oh, we got 20 dubs. But I don't think 20 devs would stop this, bro. You need like a lot of siege, harps of your own, a good spread. Yeah, good. You cannot fight into this. This is way too much. You know, back in my day, I used to play like this, a big wall of trees, units just going around the map. Positional advantage everywhere because they're so quick. Yeah, great. You can just park up here and then you can micro the rest of the map, which I'm sure he's doing. Yep. Fighting into this is very challenging because even if the Atreides has 0 micro, it'll still be a little hard for you to get a good exchanger. The benefit. Like, he hardly moved. Now, for like that to not have, like, the only way to avoid that is to have an army that's split that can attack from 2 sides and not just one. That's the only way to get the value back in your favor, or the expected value at least, I would say. And now we're going to divide and conquer. Look at that. This base is pretty much free at this point, but that's not even the point of the push. So he's probably not going to spend micro on it. He's going to get the hards, and that's it. Yeah, see, ignored the whole base because this means nothing right now. It's about the harvs. Like, that's actually probably the difference between good players and great players. Like, Ball is a good player. He has map presence. He accrues balls of devs, but the decision making that comes with more experience would argue that he's just a good player. He's not a great player. The decisions that he made in this game to like go into the middle, um, and the thought process behind it might have been a little more like what's the right word? He's defaulting because that's what he has usually done. So he's doing that again. It has maybe worked in the past, so he's probably just going to do it again. He doesn't give much thought to it, but a great player would know, has put a little more thought into it and found a better way to gain advantages. Because this whole game is just about leveraging advantages and spiraling that until you can win. That's so juicy, bro. Just do it. Oh, fuck that wind trap up. Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about this. He cleared that expo, got some good stuff over there. I bet he's not hurting that hard for wind. I mean, wind traps, whatever. GG. I really hope I was recording. Thank God. Fucking jokes if it wasn't. GG.